Hello everyone and welcome back to the Ebon Jaguar chassis variant series. Here we are on the glorious domination. And we're on the D! The clans love the D. They've got so many D variants. They're a bit like the Davians, all capital Ds, each and every one of them. And this is actually one of the builds that I originally converted my Prime into before the Delta variant was added to the game. Or it did come in, I can't remember, I don't think I got the full pack for the Delta, for the reinforcement, so I don't know if the Delta was part of that. But I did build it, because it's a pretty straightforward build, with its two Ultra AC 10s and a single ER large laser, backed up by a pair of ER mediums, so it's not too hot. It can do pretty decent damage pretty quickly, and because of the sort of the visual profile, physical profile of the Ebon Jaguar, it can avoid quite a bit of fire. And the hitboxes are obviously very good on the Cauldron Bone, so you can take quite a bit of damage before things get hairy. Drawbacks, obviously, without messing with the armour amounts or dropping the ER larges, ammunition is a bit of a problem. Skills will help you a little bit with that and keep you firing a bit longer, but you are eventually going to have to start relying on the lasers, or you'd be quite frugal with when you take your shots. Personally, this thing you just run in close and you just start doing damage. Don't worry about poking and fighting at distance. You want to get up close and personal, and that will really change the enemy's opinion on you. That they're not going to hang back. They're going to want to get away from you, or they're going to want to engage you in the brawl as well. So I would actually recommend the Delta, despite the fact that hardpoint wise, it doesn't have as many. It only has 2 ballistics and 3 energy, which isn't great, obviously. When you've got the likes of the Alpha and Bravo, they've got 7 energy hardpoints, and I believe the Alpha has 3. But it just kind of works. As obviously, it's one of those personal preference things, but I do quite like using the Delta version of the Ebon Jaguar over the others. But I would order of preference probably the Bravo because it's all energy. Then the Alpha, Delta, and then the Charlie. The Charlie, I think, is probably the real, red-headed stepchild of the group of Cauldron Bones. You don't really want that one out of them. Oh shit! No, now all the fucking gingers are going to attack me in the comments. I'm sorry, gingers. I'm sorry. It's just a turn of phrase. But yes, it's a fun mech, and it's just a nice little joy to run around. Customization wise, obviously, if I was going to do this mech with a custom build, keep the UAC 10s, because there's not many mechs that use Ultra AC 10s, LB 10s, or normal AC 10s. I would probably drop the ER large to either another ER medium, so I've got a nice, simple, all the same range kind of setup. Or I would change them to pulses, so I've got slightly more heat, but I've got nice punch. Because the EL large seems a bit out of place, doesn't it? Let's face it. It's a nice little standoff weapon if you want to, camp or do a little bit of sniping, but it's at odds with the rest of the weaponry in this. Again, it was one of those things. Tabletop, the EL large is a great weapon to use because it's got great range hex-wise, and you can do quite a bit of damage. But in MechWarrior Online, unless you've got multiple ER larges, it's not really worth it, is it? So yeah, I would probably strip that out. I'd probably go with a bunch of pulses instead, medium pulses, and whack a bit more ammunition in your mech and rock and roll. If I had to change the ballistics, I guess I'd drop them down to maybe LB5s, but to be honest, I think the UAC 10s are probably a good spot. The story of this map for me is me and that building I'm nearby that I'm going up to become best of friends, because at this point I just realised I am way too far ahead of my team and there's not much I can do. I'm stuck, and I don't know if the enemy team realised where I was until near the end. I just ended up in this horrible position where I had to hope that they weren't going to come around and swamp me, and I think if they did know I was there, they didn't want to step out because they would be in the open. So there was this weird standoff where I was trapped against this building, and some of them were just running past me. There's this commander that keeps poking, I keep hoping he's going to show up, but the post is in the way, so I can't hit him. And then I think there's another mech or two around this corner, which I think, oh shit, as soon as I expose myself there, they're going to run around and kill me. And it doesn't happen, so it's just this really boring bit of me being stuck literally being like paralysed with fear. I was like, oh, if I still run, there's gonna be like 8 fucking mechs are gonna beat the shit out of me and take my money. But they don't. Nothing else. I'm just looking left and right, waiting for something to happen. I was like, oh, there's a mech, shoot it! Ah! And then there's 4 of them, and I think, oh fuck, they're gonna swarm me. And they don't. They just run off. Look at that. There you go. There goes that one. He's running down the hill. That one. I'm shooting him. He doesn't give a shit. He's off. Disrespect. That's what that is. Pure disrespect. Does he not know I am a wireless YouTube celeb? This is the only person who hates respect. Here's the linebacker. He wants to have a go. And I overheat and I think, oh, I'm dead now. This is it. I'm finished. And then he's gone as well. It's fucking magic. It's a magic trick. He just vanishes. The linebacker doesn't stick around to fight me. No one sticks around to fight me the whole match. I've just me in this building, and then this fucking mech comes out. He dies, and that's it. it's horrible. It's like, oh come on guys. And then my team run in because they've done all the work, and I've been stuck against this building because I didn't want to go around the corner because I didn't want to die too early. And then, that was it. That was pretty much the match. I think there's 1 mech left that I'm running around at the end with the rest of the team trying to find, and that's pretty much the whole match. So yeah, it was a weird one. I'll say that much. I hope you found that entertaining. I hope you have a good week. This was the Ebon Jaguars. Next up's going to be the linebackers, and yeah, have a good one all. Thanks for watching. Bye.